What if Anakin, as a dark side chosen one, reshaped the Empire? Let's explore the depths of it in the video. The Emperor is dead. Darth Vader stands over Palpatine's corpse. Lightning still crackles across the throne room walls. Imperial guards lie broken at his feet. But this isn't betrayal. This isn't redemption. This is revolution. Anakin Skywalker fell to the dark side, murdered the Jedi, burned the temple, became Vader, but he never lost himself. He stayed aware, calculating, planning. Every atrocity he committed, he remembered. Every Jedi he killed, he cataloged. Every child that fell, he swore to make it mean something. And now, standing over the tyrant who manipulated him, Anakin is going to do something impossible, something no Sith ever attempted. He's going to reshape the Empire. Not destroy it, transform it, make it actually serve the people it governs. The galaxy is about to discover that the dark side in the hands of someone with purpose is more dangerous than any Sith Lord. Because Vader doesn't want power for himself. He wants to fix everything the Jedi couldn't, and he'll use every dark side technique, every ounce of fear he commands, every lesson Palpatine taught him to do it. The question isn't whether he'll succeed, it's whether the galaxy can survive being saved by a monster. This started on Mustafar. When everything went wrong, Anakin Skywalker kneels before Palpatine in the Chancellor's office. The room smells of ozone and fear. Outside, the city planet of Coruscant glitters with billions of lights, unaware that their republic is dying. The fear in Anakin's heart is overwhelming, crushing. Padme is dying. The vision showed it clearly. She will die in childbirth. The Jedi have betrayed him, tried to arrest the Chancellor, spoken of taking over the Republic themselves. The choice before him is simple: power or loss, life or death, control or helplessness. He makes his choice. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader. The name settles over him like a funeral shroud. He feels the dark side flowing through him, intoxicating and terrible. It whispers promises of strength, of control, of the power to save those he loves. Rise, Lord Vader. Your first task awaits. The Jedi Temple must be cleansed. Show no mercy. They would have destroyed us both. Now we will destroy them. Anakin stands. His robes seem heavier now. His lightsaber feels different in his hand. He marches on the Jedi Temple that night with the 501st Legion at his back. Clone troopers he's fought beside for 3 years. Men who trust him, who follow him. The temple gates stand open, unguarded. The Jedi inside are in emergency session, debating what to do about Mace Windu's death. They never see it coming. Anakin's lightsaber ignites blue one last time. The Kyber crystal inside pulses with the Force, resonating with his emotions. Then it begins to bleed. The blade shifts, darkening, until it burns pure crimson. The clones pour through the entrance. Blaster fire echoes through the ancient halls. Jedi rush to defend, but they're scattered, confused. Many don't even have their lightsabers. Anakin moves through the temple like a storm. Master Shakti confronts him in the meditation chamber. Anakin, what are you doing? The younglings are terrified, securing peace, something the Jedi could never do. Their blades cross. Shakti is skilled, defensive, trying to reason with him even as they fight. But Anakin is relentless. His strikes come faster, harder, fueled by everything he's feeling. The fear, the anger, the desperate need to save Padme. He beats through her defenses and cuts her down. Her last words are a whisper. The Chosen One has fallen, but something is different this time. As Anakin moves through the temple, as he cuts down Jedi after Jedi, he doesn't lose himself in bloodlust. He stays present, aware. Each death burns into his memory with crystal clarity. Chindralig, the temple's battlemaster, fights him on the steps of the council chamber. The older Jedi is one of the best duelists in the Order. His form is perfect, his movements economical. For a moment, Anakin struggles. Then he reaches deeper into the dark side, lets it fill him. His speed doubles, his strength surges. He overwhelms Dralig and leaves him dying on the steps. This is the price, Anakin tells himself. This is what it takes to save her. The dark side whispers encouragement, but Anakin doesn't surrender to it. He uses it. He bends it to his will. The younglings scatter before him in the council chamber. Their screams echo through the halls. They're so small, so afraid. Some of them he's taught, played with, encouraged. They look at him with confusion and terror. Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? A small Rodian boy, barely 8 years old. Anakin ignites his lightsaber. This is not mindless slaughter. This is calculated sacrifice. Every Jedi he kills, he remembers their name. Every child that falls, he catalogs the loss. He will bear this weight. He will remember. And one day, he swears to himself, he will make it mean something. When the temple burns, when the steps run red, when the last Jedi falls, Anakin Skywalker stands in the ruins and feels nothing but cold determination. Padme will live. That's all that matters. He returns to Palpatine covered in blood and ash. The Chancellor smiles. Well done, my apprentice. The Jedi are destroyed. Now we must deal with the Separatist leadership. They have served their purpose. Go to Mustafar. Wait for me there. Eliminate them all. The war ends tonight. Anakin takes his starfighter to the volcanic world. The Separatist Council cowers in their stronghold, watching the lava flows through reinforced windows. They think they're safe. They think the war is won. Anakin walks through their defenses. Newt Gunray tries to plead for his life. The war is over. You promised us peace. The Republic promised you many things. So did I. He cuts them down methodically, one by one. Each death is quick, efficient. He feels nothing doing it. These are the men who enslaved his people on Tatooine, who created an army to tear the Republic apart, who profited from suffering. Their deaths mean nothing to him. Then Padme arrives. She came to find him, to bring him back. She walks across the landing platform with tears in her eyes. Anakin, what have you done? They said you killed younglings, that you attacked the temple. What I had to save you, to save us. I'm more powerful than the Chancellor. I can overthrow him. We can rule together, make things the way we want them to be. You're frightening me. You've changed. I don't know you anymore. Then you're against me too. He reaches out with the Force, feeling for threats. Obi-Wan. His old master is here, hidden on her ship. The betrayal cuts deeper than any lightsaber. You brought him here to kill me. No, Anakin, no! He doesn't let her finish. The Force closes around her throat. She gasps, clawing at her neck. Anakin's vision narrows. Everyone has betrayed him. Everyone. He squeezes harder. Let her go. Obi-Wan rushes from the ship. Anakin drops Padme. She crumples to the platform, unconscious but breathing. The two Jedi face each other across the volcanic landscape. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you, and you failed me. You all failed me. The Jedi preach peace but do nothing while the galaxy burns. Children are slaves on Tatooine while the Council meditates. Corporations exploit entire worlds while the Jedi say they can't interfere. Palpatine promised me the power to save those I love. What did the Jedi ever offer? Platitudes and restrictions. Their lightsabers ignite. Blue against red, master against apprentice, brother against brother. They fight across the control center, through the conference room, out onto the collection arms suspended over the lava. The heat is incredible. Sweat pours down their faces. Their blades crash together again and again. Obi-Wan is defensive. His form is perfect Sorasu, the ultimate defensive style. He deflects every strike, conserves his energy, waits for Anakin to overextend. But Anakin doesn't overextend. He's learned from Obi-Wan's teachings. He mixes aggressive Gemso strikes with unpredictable Ataru acrobatics. He uses the Force to hurl debris, to shake the platform, to press every advantage. Their blades lock. Obi-Wan sees something in Anakin's eyes that unsettles him more than rage. Purpose. Cold, terrible purpose. Not the mindless fury he expected, but calculated determination. This isn't the passionate Padawan he trained. This is something new. Something he doesn't understand. They break apart. The platform shakes. Lava erupts beneath them. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness. Balance? The Jedi don't want balance. They want control. They want to suppress emotion, deny passion, pretend they're above it all while the galaxy suffers. The Sith at least admit what they are. They embrace power without apology. I'm not like Palpatine. I won't use this power for myself. I'll use it to fix everything the Jedi couldn't. Then you are lost. They leap across the lava flows. Their fight takes them to the bank of a lava river. Anakin is faster, stronger, fueled by the dark side. But Obi-Wan is patient, experienced. He knows Anakin's fighting style better than anyone. He taught him. He recognizes every move before it comes. The duel rages for what feels like hours. Both are exhausted, burned, bleeding. Then Anakin sees his opening. The high ground. Obi-Wan stands on an elevated platform. Anakin prepares to leap. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Don't try it. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. Anakin leaps. His form is perfect. The Force propels him like a missile. But Obi-Wan has seen this move 1,000 times. They practiced it together for years. His blade flashes once, twice, 3 times. Anakin falls. His legs are gone. His remaining arm is severed. He rolls down the bank into the black sand. The lava catches his robes. He begins to burn. The pain is beyond description. beyond comprehension. His skin blackens. His lungs fill with superheated air. Every nerve screams. But through it all, his mind stays sharp. This is the crucial difference. In another timeline, Anakin would have surrendered to the agony, let it consume him, transform him into a creature of pure rage and pain. But not now. Now he focuses through the suffering. He thinks, he plans. The dark side flows through him, keeping him alive when he should die. But he doesn't lose himself in it. Obi-Wan stands over him. Tears run down his face. "You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you." Then he turns away, takes Padme, leaves Anakin burning. He can't bring himself to finish it, to deliver the mercy stroke. It's the worst thing he could do, leaving Anakin in that prolonged agony. But it's also the best, because it gives Anakin time. Time to think, time to understand what just happened. As the flames consume him, Anakin realizes the truth. Palpatine manipulated everything. The visions of Padme dying were likely planted. The fear was amplified. The anger was stoked. Every step of his fall was orchestrated by a Sith Lord who spent years grooming him. The Jedi failed him, yes, but Palpatine used him, turned him into a weapon, made him murder children to prove his loyalty. The rage that fills Anakin in that moment is colder than anything he's felt before. Not hot fury, but ice. Calculation. Palpatine will pay for this. But not now. Not when Anakin is weak and broken. He'll wait. He'll learn. He'll grow stronger. And when the time is right, he'll take everything from the Emperor, just as Palpatine took everything from him. A shuttle descends through the ash-filled sky. Palpatine's personal transport. The Emperor himself steps out, flanked by medical droids. He looks down at Anakin's burning body with satisfaction. "My poor apprentice, look what Kenobi has done to you. But do not fear. I will rebuild you, stronger than before." The droids work quickly. Stabilization fields, back-to injections, cybernetic attachments. They load what's left of Anakin Skywalker onto a medical table and rush him to the shuttle. On Coruscant, in Palpatine's secret facility beneath the old Jedi Temple, Anakin is rebuilt. The process takes weeks. Cybernetic legs attached to cauterized stumps, artificial organs to replace those damaged beyond repair, respiratory system to breathe through lungs scorched by volcanic heat, and the armor, black as space, sealed and pressurized. A walking life support system that will keep him alive but never comfortable, never free. The mask seals over his face with a hiss. His first breath through the respirator sounds like a death rattle, the sound that will become legend, the sound that will make entire worlds tremble. His yellow eyes glow behind the red lenses. Palpatine stands beside the table. "Lord Vader, can you hear me?" "Yes, my master. Where is Padme?" "Is she safe? Is she all right?" The Emperor's expression shifts, becomes almost sympathetic. "I'm afraid she died. It seems in your anger you killed her." The words should shatter him, should break whatever remains of Anakin Skywalker. But behind the mask, Anakin is already thinking, already analyzing. Obi-Wan took her. She was breathing when he left. The medical droids would have saved her. This is another lie, another manipulation. Padme is alive, hidden somewhere. With his children? Yes. He felt them during the duel. Twins in her womb, strong in the Force. Obi-Wan has them, keeping them safe from Palpatine. From him, the knowledge should hurt. But instead it brings cold comfort. They're safe, alive, that's all that matters. One day he'll find them, not to harm them, but to give them something better than he had. No. The scream that rips from Vader's vocabulary is genuine. The grief is real, but it's not for Padme's death. It's for everything he's lost, everything he's become. The Force explodes outward. Equipment shatters. Walls crack. Medical droids are crushed against the ceiling. Palpatine stands untouched, watching his apprentices rage with satisfaction. Good. Use that anger. Let it make you strong. Vader collapses back onto the table. His respirator labors. Behind the mask, behind the scream, Anakin Skywalker begins to plan. He'll serve Palpatine. Learn from him. Take everything the Emperor knows about the dark side and the Force. He'll become the perfect weapon, the loyal apprentice. But all the while, he'll be watching, waiting, building his own power, his own network. And when he's ready, he'll do what no Sith apprentice has done in 1,000 years. He'll overthrow his master not through passion or ambition, but through cold, methodical strategy. Years pass. Lord Vader becomes the Emperor's right hand, his enforcer, his executioner, the symbol of imperial power. Where Vader goes, order follows, or death. The transition from Republic to Empire is brutal. Thousands of systems resist. Rebel cells form almost immediately. Separatist holdouts refuse to accept the new government. And worst of all, surviving Jedi work to undermine Imperial authority. Vader hunts them all. On Kashyyyk, he finds Master Quinlan Vos hiding among the Wookiees. The dark-haired Jedi has always walked close to the shadows. He's one of the few who might understand what Vader has become. They meet in the Reshaped forests among trees a kilometer high. Anakin, I heard what happened. What Palpatine did to you. You don't have to serve him. This again. Does every Jedi think they can turn me back? Palpatine isn't the problem. The Jedi were the problem. You, Quinlan, you knew what the Council was. You saw their hypocrisy. You've used the dark side yourself. Why do you still defend them? Because they tried. They weren't perfect, but they tried to help people. What does Palpatine do? He enslaves them. The Empire brings order, peace, stability. At what cost? Ask the Wookiees, Anakin. They're being rounded up, enslaved, sent to labor camps to build the Emperor's war machine. This is your peace? Vader's hand moves to his lightsaber. Quinlan ignites his own blade. They fought together during the Clone Wars. They know each other's styles. Quinlan is aggressive, unpredictable, mixing Jedi techniques with street fighting he learned in the underworld. Vader is pure power. Each swing of his blade could cut through Durasteel. They fight across the branches. Quinlan uses the environment, swinging from vines, disappearing into the foliage, attacking from unexpected angles. But Vader is patient. He reads Quinlan's movements through the Force, anticipates each strike. When Quinlan lunges from above, Vader catches him with the Force and slams him against a tree trunk. You're strong, Anakin. Stronger than you were. But strength without purpose is meaningless. What is your purpose? To serve a tyrant? To oppress the galaxy? No, to fix it. The Jedi maintained a broken system. Palpatine wants to make it worse, but I will make it better. I will create an empire that actually protects people. That brings real order, real peace. You're deluding yourself, maybe, but I'm the one still standing. Vader's blade flashes. Quinlan barely blocks it. Their sabers lock. Tell me, Quinlan, when you used the dark side, when you broke the code, did the Council support you? Or did they judge you? Fear you? They judged, always. That's the Jedi way. You were too afraid to commit, too bound by their rules. I'm not. I'll use whatever power I need to reshape this galaxy, even if it damns me. You're already damned. Quinlan breaks the lock and slashes at Vader's armor. The blade scores the chest plate, but doesn't penetrate. Vader grabs Quinlan by the throat and lifts him off the ground. His respirator cycles slowly. I'm giving you a choice, Quinlan. One I wish someone had given me. Serve the Empire. Use your skills to actually make a difference. Or die here, defending a system that failed us both. Quinlan stares into the red lenses of Vader's mask, sees the yellow eyes behind them. For a moment, he hesitates. He's seen the refugee camps, the devastation, the people suffering under both Republic collapse and Imperial rise. Maybe Vader has a point. Maybe working within the system could help. Then he thinks of the younglings, the temple. No, I'd rather die a Jedi than live as whatever you've become. So be it. Vader's blade drives through Quinlan's chest. The Jedi slumps. Vader lowers him gently to the ground. No anger, no satisfaction, just cold necessity. He closes Quinlan's eyes and walks away. The Wookiees watch from the shadows. They'll remember this. One day they'll have their revenge. But for now, Vader has proven the Empire's strength. The hunts continue. On Kessel, he eliminates a group of Jedi Padawans trying to free spice miners. He offers them the same choice he gave Quinlan. Most refuse. They die quickly, but one accepts. A young Twi'lek named Tol Braga. He sees the logic in Vader's words. The Jedi are gone. The war is over. Why throw his life away for a lost cause? Vader sends him to Imperial intelligence. Tells him to use his Force abilities to root out corruption within the Empire itself. To find the ones abusing their power and report them. It's a test. To see if Vader can actually build something better. Tol Braga succeeds. He exposes a Moff who was selling relief supplies meant for disaster victims. The Moff is executed publicly. The supplies reach the people who need them. Vader watches the reports and feels something he hasn't felt in years. Not satisfaction, not joy, but purpose. This is what he can do. Use his... The local Moff had implemented crushing taxes, seized resources for off-world shipping, let his troops abuse the population without consequence. The resistance wasn't ideological. It was survival. Vader stands in the cave and sees children huddled against the walls, mothers clutching infants, old men too weak to fight. He thinks of Tatooine, of watching his mother and her friends suffer under the huts, of promising himself he'd free the slaves one day. The stormtroopers await his orders. Execute them all, Lord Vader? The Moff was quite clear. No survivors. Vader's hand moves to his lightsaber. He ignites it, then turns and walks back toward the entrance. Follow me. They march back to the Moff's palace. The corpulent Imperial is in his office, drinking expensive wine, watching holograms of dancing girls. Lord Vader, excellent. Have you exterminated the rebels? Yes, where? Vader's lightsaber flashes. The Moff's head rolls across the floor. Right here. The stormtroopers freeze. Uncertain, Vader turns to face them. His respirator fills the silence. This man was incompetent, cruel. He created the conditions for rebellion through his own greed. The Empire does not tolerate such failure. The resistance will stand down. The resources will be returned to the people. Fair taxation will be implemented, and anyone who objects will answer to me. He walks past them, back to his shuttle, leaves a lieutenant in charge with strict instructions. The stormtroopers are confused, but they follow orders. Within weeks, Ryloth is pacified, not through extermination, but through reform. Palpatine summons Vader to Coruscant. The Emperor's yellow eyes gleam with suspicion. You have been busy, Lord Vader. Lothal thrives under new management. Ryloth is stable. The people speak of you not with fear, but with something approaching gratitude. How touching. I did what was necessary for order, my master. The Emperor rises from his throne, circles Vader slowly. Did you? Or did you do what was sentimental? What was weak? The old Anakin Skywalker bleeding through your armor? My master knows that I have no sentiment left. I am Vader, but I am also practical. Fear alone does not bring stability. It breeds resentment, rebellion. By addressing legitimate grievances, I eliminate the causes of disorder. Palpatine considers this. His presence in the Force probes at Vader's mind. Vader doesn't resist. He lets the Emperor see his anger, his hatred for the incompetent fools running the Empire, his contempt for waste and inefficiency. But he hides the deeper truth. The plan taking shape, the network he's building, the vision of something better. Perhaps you have a point. Many of the Moffs are indeed incompetent, concerned only with enriching themselves. Very well, you will have more autonomy. Shape your sectors as you see fit. Prove that your methods are superior to traditional Imperial doctrine. It's a test. Vader knows it. Palpatine expects him to fail. Expects the reformed sectors to fall into chaos. To prove that, only through fear and tyranny can order be maintained. But Vader won't fail. He takes his new authority and uses it surgically. On Mandalore, he finds the warrior culture torn between those who would join the Empire and those who cling to their independence. Duchess Satine's pacifist government has kept them neutral. But her position is weak. Terrorist groups like Death Watch seek to overthrow her and restore the old warrior ways. Vader arrives during a Death Watch attack on Sundari, the capital. The city is burning. Fighters strafe the streets. The Duchess's guards are overwhelmed. Vader's shuttle lands in the palace courtyard. He steps out as explosions rock the district. Death Watch warriors with jetpacks descend around him. 50 at least. All armed with blasters, missiles, flamethrowers. They think their Beskar armor will protect them. The Sith Lord, finally a worthy opponent. Pre Vizsla, their leader, ignites the Darksaber. The ancient black-bladed lightsaber of Mandalorian legend. This will be interesting. Vader doesn't respond. His lightsaber ignites with a snap hiss. The Mandalorians open fire. Blaster bolts fill the air. Vader deflects them with casual precision. His blade moves in precise arcs, sending bolts back into the attackers. 3 Mandalorians fall before they realize their mistake. Vizsla activates his jetpack and rockets forward. The Darksaber meets Vader's crimson blade in a shower of sparks. They break apart. Vizsla circles using his mobility advantage. Darts in for quick strikes, but Vader doesn't chase. He waits, reads Vizsla's patterns. When the Mandalorian lunges again, Vader catches him with the Force and slams him into the ground. The impact cracks Vizsla's armor. Before he can recover, Vader is on him. Their blades lock. Vizsla triggers his flamethrower. The fire washes over Vader's armor. Does nothing. The suit is designed to survive lava. Flames are meaningless. Vader's free hand wraps around Vizsla's throat. You fight with honor, but honor without wisdom is suicide. Your people suffer because of your pride. The Empire offers stability, order, resources. Accept it, or die. Vizsla spits at Vader's mask. Then kill me. I won't serve your Empire. Vader respects that. He snaps Vizsla's neck quickly. No suffering, just efficiency. The other Death Watch warriors hesitate. Their leader is dead. Vader deactivates his lightsaber. Who leads you now? A woman steps forward. Bo-Katan, Satine's sister. I do. Will you continue this pointless battle? Or will you accept reality? Bo-Katan looks at her fallen warriors. At the burning city. At the Sith Lord who killed their leader in single combat. Mandalore has always respected strength. You've proven yours. What do you offer? Peace, autonomy. You keep your culture, your traditions, your warrior ways. In exchange, you provide troops for the Empire. Defend Imperial space. The arrangement is beneficial to both sides. She considers. Then nods. We accept. But know this, Sith. We serve no one. We are allies, not subjects. Vader notes. That is acceptable. The arrangement proves successful. Mandalorian super commandos become elite Imperial troops, but they serve by choice, respected and valued. It's a model Vader will use again. On Corellia, he negotiates with the shipyards. On Quat, he reforms labor practices. On Bothawi, he establishes intelligence networks based on mutual benefit rather than fear. Slowly, sector by sector, Vader builds something different. Not the oppressive tyranny Palpatine envisions, but not the weak, ineffectual republic either. Something in between. An empire that functions, that protects, that gives people what they need in exchange for loyalty. And people notice. The Rebel Alliance is barely formed at this point, but they're watching. Mon Mothma sees reports from Vader's sectors. Fewer atrocities, less oppression, better quality of life. She doesn't trust it. How could she? But she files the information away. Meanwhile, other Imperial sectors continue the old ways. Brutal occupations, mass executions, terror tactics. The contrast becomes stark. Vader's sectors are stable and productive. The traditional sectors are constantly fighting rebellions. Palpatine can't ignore the results, but he also can't let Vader succeed too much. It threatens his own narrative of rule through fear. 5 years after Vader's transformation, the Emperor sets a trap. He knows his apprentice has been thinking independently, making decisions that prioritize efficiency over cruelty, but he doesn't know how deep it goes. Doesn't know about the network, the loyal followers, the slow reformation. So Palpatine decides to test Vader's loyalty with something impossible to rationalize. He summons him to Coruscant. Lord Vader, I have a mission of utmost importance. Intelligence has located a surviving Jedi, one who is sheltering younglings, teaching them, creating a new generation to threaten our order. You will eliminate them all. No survivors, no exceptions. The hologram displays a face. Vader's breath catches. Ahsoka Tano, his former Padawan. She survived, trained the younglings, kept hope alive. Part of him is proud. Part of him is terrified, because he knows what this means. Palpatine has discovered his hesitation. This is a loyalty test. Vader bows. It will be done, my master. He takes his personal ship, a modified Eta-class shuttle with enhanced stealth capabilities. No troops, no support. This mission is for him alone. He tracks Ahsoka to Rada, a small farming world in the Outer Rim, far from Imperial attention. She's established a settlement there, teaching 6 younglings, kids who survived Order 66 by luck or force intervention. They're barely teenagers now, learning the ways of the Jedi in secret. Vader's ship lands at night. He walks through the fields toward a converted barn that serves as their temple. Inside, he can feel them. Ahsoka's presence is strong, centered. She's grown tremendously, become the master he always knew she could be. The younglings are undisciplined but powerful, raw potential waiting to be shaped. He ignites his lightsaber. The red glow illuminates the field. Ahsoka appears in the barn doorway. Her white lightsabers ignite. The younglings huddle behind her. Some are crying. Others try to look brave. Anakin, she doesn't call him Vader, uses his real name. A power play, a reminder of who he was. You don't have to do this. Yes, I do. Why? Because the Emperor commands it? Because you're too afraid to disobey? Because if I don't, he'll send someone who will. Someone who won't hesitate, who won't give you a chance. They circle each other. The Force crackles between them. Years of shared history, trust, love, all of it weighing on this moment. Then don't give us a chance. Just do it, get it over with. But you won't, because you're still in there. Still Anakin, still my master. Don't call me that. I forfeited that right when I chose this path. Then, you expect me to trust you? After everything? After the temple? No, but I'm hoping you'll understand. The Jedi failed. The Republic failed. Palpatine is worse than both, but the galaxy needs order. It needs structure. I can provide that, if you help me. What about them? She gestures to the younglings. They're terrified. They've heard stories of Vader. What happens to them? They live, they train. And when I call, they answer. Not as Jedi, not as Sith, as something new. Ahsoka studies him. Searches the Force for deception. Finds only cold determination. You're serious, deadly. How long have you been planning this? Since Mustafar. Since I realized Palpatine used me, betrayed me, made me into his weapon. I can't undo what I've done, but I can prevent it from happening again. Ahsoka deactivates her lightsabers, steps forward, cups his scarred face in her hands. You're still such an idiot, but you're my idiot. The mission is staged carefully. Vader burns the settlement, leaves evidence of bodies, takes tissue samples from local livestock to fake DNA evidence. Palpatine senses nothing amiss when Vader reports success. The Emperor is satisfied. His apprentice passed the test, remained loyal. But in secret, Ahsoka and the younglings relocate to a hidden facility on Tython, an ancient Jedi world long forgotten. There they continue training, waiting for Vader's signal. This becomes the template. Over the next 3 years, Vader systematically recruits allies. Admiral Thrawn is the first. The Chiss is brilliant but frustrated with Imperial bureaucracy. He respects strategy over ideology. When Vader explains his vision, Thrawn immediately understands. An empire that actually functions would be far more powerful than one based on fear alone. They begin placing loyal officers in key positions. Not through nepotism, but through demonstrated competence. Vader identifies promising commanders being held back by incompetent superiors. He arranges transfers, promotions, assignments that put them where they're needed. Captain Pelion, Commander Veers, Admiral Piet, each one chosen for their abilities, each one quietly sympathetic to Vader's vision. Then Vader reaches out to former separatists. This is more dangerous. Many are die-hard ideologues, but some were pragmatists who wanted legitimate reform and got war instead. He finds them in exile, in hiding, offers them roles in rebuilding the empire properly. But Tambor declined, too loyal to his corporations, but others accept. Shumai, former president of the Commerce Guild, sees opportunity. She helps Vader reform trade practices in the Outer Rim, reducing the exploitation that breeds rebellion. It's subtle, each piece small enough not to draw attention, but together they form a network, a shadow government within the Empire, preparing for the day Vader makes his move. Then comes the setback. An Inquisitor discovers one of Vader's secret meetings, a Force-sensitive agent trained by Palpatine specifically to hunt Jedi. The Seventh Sister follows Vader to a rendezvous with Thrawn, records the conversation, begins compiling evidence of Vader's network. Vader senses her investigation and realizes he has limited time. He must act quickly. He tracks the Seventh Sister to Nur, the Inquisitorius headquarters, an ocean moon with a fortress built into the waves. Vader infiltrates alone. His armor makes stealth difficult, but the dark side cloaks his presence. He finds the Seventh Sister in her quarters. She's preparing her report, documenting everything. Lord Vader, I was wondering when you'd come. She's calm, confident. She knows he'll try to kill her, but she sent copies of her data to multiple locations. Killing her won't stop the information from reaching Palpatine, but Vader doesn't kill her. Instead, he sits, removes his helmet, and talks. She listens to his vision, his plan, his reasons, and slowly her certainty wavers. She joined the Inquisitorius because the Jedi abandoned her, left her to die during Order 66 while the Masters escaped. She served Palpatine for revenge. But Vader offers something else. Purpose, a chance to build something better. By dawn, the Seventh Sister is his ally. She deletes her evidence, becomes his eyes and ears within the Inquisitorius. 4 more Inquisitors follow her. Not all, some are too broken, too devoted to Palpatine, but enough. The network grows, and then Vader makes his most audacious recruitment, Mon Mothma herself. The leader of the Rebel Alliance is organizing resistance from exile. Vader arranges a secret meeting on Dantooine. No guards, no backup. Just the 2 of them in an abandoned Jedi enclave. She arrives expecting a trap, finds only Vader, unmasked, waiting by a meditation fountain. You took a risk coming here. So did you. Why am I not dead? Because I need your help to destroy Palpatine. Mon Mothma laughs bitterly. You want me to believe that? You who hunted us across the galaxy? I've studied your propaganda, Lady Mothma. You paint me as a monster. You're not wrong. But you also document the differences between my sectors and the rest of the Empire. You've noticed the patterns, that some Imperial worlds thrive while others suffer, that where I have control, things improve. It's a long-term deception, building trust before betraying us. No, it's a proof of concept. I'm showing what the Empire could be, what I intend to make it. If you help me overthrow Palpatine, in exchange for what? The Alliance stands down? We become subjects of your reformed Empire? No, you continue fighting, but selectively. Target the Moffs who abuse their power. Ignore the ones implementing reforms. Help me create pressure for change from the outside while I work from within. And when Palpatine falls, we negotiate, establish a government that serves the people, not republic. Not Empire. Something new. Mon Mothma studies him carefully. You're asking me to trust that you won't simply become the next tyrant? Yes, it's a leap of faith. But consider the alternative. Palpatine will rule until someone kills him. That could take decades. How many billions will suffer in that time? Or we could act now. Together. The conversation continues for hours. Vader is honest about his crimes, about the temple, the younglings, everything. He doesn't ask for forgiveness, just understanding. By the time they part, Mon Mothma hasn't fully committed. But she's agreed to observe, to watch Vader's actions, to keep channels open. It's a start. The pieces are in place. The network is ready. Now Vader needs an opportunity. A moment when Palpatine is vulnerable. When Vader can strike and survive. That moment comes 3 years later. The Battle of Yavin in another timeline. But here, events diverge. The Death Star was never completed. Vader ensured the project faced endless delays, budget overruns, technical difficulties. Palpatine's ultimate weapon of terror remains unfinished. But the Emperor compensates with Project Insight, a fleet of automated star destroyers controlled from Coruscant, weapons that can bombard entire worlds without risking Imperial lives. It's a different kind of terror, more surgical, more efficient, and far more dangerous. The automated fleet is nearly operational. Once active, Palpatine's power will be unassailable. Vader realizes his window is closing. He must act during the Project Insight inauguration, when Palpatine gathers the Imperial leadership to Coruscant for a grand ceremony, when the Emperor will be surrounded by witnesses, when striking will seem most impossible. Vader prepares carefully. He positions his loyalists throughout the city. Thrawn commands a star destroyer in orbit. The Seventh Sister infiltrates the Imperial Guard. Pellaeon secures the military command center. Ahsoka and her team stand by on Tython, ready to move. The day of the ceremony arrives. Coruscant's skies fill with ships, delegates from across the Empire, military leaders, corporate heads, all gathered to witness the new age of Imperial power. Palpatine gives a speech in the Senate chamber, speaks of eternal peace through strength, of a galaxy finally united under proper authority. Vader stands at his side, the loyal apprentice, the symbol of Imperial might. When the speech ends, Palpatine invites Vader to walk with him back to the Imperial Palace. They move through the corridors alone. The Emperor's presence in the Force is overwhelming. He knows something is wrong, can feel the disturbance. Lord Vader, your thoughts are troubled. Do not worry, my master. I am simply contemplating the future. As am I. Tell me, in this future, where do you see yourself? At your side, as always. Palpatine stops walking, turns to face Vader. His yellow eyes gleam with suspicion. How unfortunate. Because I see you replaced. He gestures. A figure steps from the shadows, tall, powerful, radiating dark side energy. This is Darth Malus. He has been training in isolation on Biss, learning from my holocrons, my teachings, without the sentimentality that weakens you. He is everything I wanted you to be, Lord Vader. I will not kill you. Your service has earned you a place in my empire, as a regional governor, perhaps, but you will step aside, kneel to your replacement. Vader's hand moves to his lightsaber, or refuse, and prove you were never worthy of the title Sith. The Emperor smiles. Vader ignites his blade and charges, not at Malus, at Palpatine. The surprise in the Emperor's eyes is worth everything. Lightning erupts from Palpatine's hands. The two forces collide in an explosion of energy that shatters windows and cracks walls. Vader's armor systems scream warnings. The lightning is overwhelming, designed specifically to disable his cybernetics. Pain floods every circuit. But Vader pushes forward. He's been preparing for this moment for years. His armor has been modified, shielded, redundant systems. He can survive longer than Palpatine expects. Behind him, the door bursts open. His honor guard. They turn on Palpatine's guards. Blasters fire. Lightsabers ignite. The throne room becomes a battlefield. Darth Malus rushes to defend the Emperor. His lightsaber crashes against Vader's in a shower of sparks. The apprentice is strong, well-trained, a master of gem. So, like Vader himself, they trade powerful blows that crack the floor beneath them. But Malus is too aggressive, too confident in his strength. Vader lets him overextend, parries an overhead strike and kicks him back toward Palpatine. The Emperor unleashes another wave of lightning. It lifts Vader off his feet and slams him into a pillar. The dark side tears at him, trying to overwhelm his defenses. His armor begins to fail, systems shutting down one by one. Palpatine advances, lightning intensifying. You always were weak, Vader. Compassion is weakness. Mercy is weakness. You have forgotten what it means to be Sith. The Emperor raises his hands for a killing strike. Then the lights go out. Thrawn's signal. The power to the entire sector cuts off. Emergency lighting flickers on, but it's dim, inadequate. Palpatine's lightning sputters in the darkness. Vader's respirator switches to emergency power. He can barely breathe. But he doesn't need to breathe to use the Force. He feels for Palpatine, for Malice, senses them through the darkness. Malice ignites his lightsaber. The red glow illuminates the throne room. A mistake. It makes him a target. Vader's blade flashes from the shadows, takes Malice's hand at the wrist. The apprentice screams, falls to his knees. Palpatine feels the disturbance and unleashes a wave of Force energy in all directions. It hits everything, everyone. Vader absorbs what he can, channels the rest into the floor. The marble cracks and splinters. This is it. Master against apprentice. Emperor against usurper. The two Sith Lords clash in the darkness, invisible forces colliding. The floor shakes beneath them. Cracks spread across the walls like spider webs. They're tearing the room apart. This is raw power against raw power. Palpatine has centuries of knowledge, techniques passed down through Sith generations. But Vader has something the Emperor never expected. He stops attacking, opens himself completely to the dark side, lets it flood through him without resistance. Palpatine feels the surge and smiles. Finally, his apprentice embraces his true nature. But this isn't surrender. This is acceptance. For years, Vader fought against the darkness, afraid of losing himself completely, afraid of becoming a mindless monster. But he doesn't need to fight it. The dark side is a tool. Like his lightsaber, like the Force itself, he can use it without becoming it. The realization brings unprecedented clarity. His power doubles, triples. The dark side answers to his will rather than overwhelming it. Palpatine's smile fades. He feels Vader's presence expanding, overwhelming, impossible. No, this can't be. You were supposed to be broken, weak, limited. That was your mistake. You thought the cybernetics made me weaker. You thought the pain kept me focused. But you were wrong. Pain is temporary. Purpose is eternal. Vader strikes. His blade flashes through the darkness. Once, twice, a dozen times. Each strike faster than the last. Palpatine defends desperately. But he's old, and for the first time in decades he feels fear. The lights flicker back on. Vader stands over the Emperor, his blade poised at Palpatine's throat. The old Sith stares up at him with hatred and something else. Pride. Well done, my apprentice. You have finally become what I envisioned, but you know what comes next. If you strike me down, the Empire will tear itself apart. Factions will form. Civil war will consume the galaxy. That is a risk I'm willing to take. I have spent years building something better, placing the right people in the right positions. Your empire dies with you. Mine begins. Then you are no true Sith. A Sith seeks only power, only domination. You seek to serve, to protect. It disgusts me. Good. I was never Sith. I was a Jedi who fell. A man who was broken and rebuilt, and now I'm something else entirely. He drives the lightsaber through Palpatine's heart. The Emperor gasps. Lightning erupts wildly from his fingers, arcing across the room, hitting everyone. Vader holds the blade steady as Palpatine's body convulses. The most powerful Sith Lord in 1,000 years dies cursing his apprentice's name. Vader withdraws his blade. The body collapses. He turns to face the surviving guards, his officers, the witnesses to this moment. The seventh sister steps forward, blood running from a head wound, but alive. The Emperor is dead. Long live the Emperor. The others kneel, one by one. Vader looks at them through his mask, then turns to the throne. He walks toward it slowly. The seat of imperial power, the symbol of ultimate authority. He stands before it, considers sitting, then ignites his lightsaber and cuts it to pieces. The throne shatters into molten fragments. There will be no more throne, no more Emperor hiding in shadows, giving orders without accountability. I will rule openly, efficiently, and I will tolerate no waste. The news spreads through Coruscant like wildfire, then through the HoloNet to the entire galaxy. Emperor Palpatine is dead, killed by Darth Vader in what's being called a rebel assassination. The lie is necessary. It gives the Empire a common enemy, a reason to unite behind new leadership rather than fragmenting into warlord territories. But the first hours are chaos. 3 Grand Moffs immediately declare themselves successor. Regional governors seal their borders. Entire sectors go dark, cutting HoloNet connections. The Empire teeters on the edge of collapse. Vader stands in the Imperial Command Center watching the galaxy fragment in real time. Thrawn works beside him, coordinating their loyalists. We have reports of fighting on Coruscant itself. The Imperial Guard is fractured, half still loyal to Palpatine's memory, the other half uncertain who to follow. Secure the palace. No one enters or leaves without my authorization. Deploy our troops to critical infrastructure, power stations, communications hubs, the HoloNet relay. We control information, we control perception. Already done. But we have a larger problem. The Moffs are mobilizing fleets, preparing for civil war. Then we give them a reason to hesitate. Vader moves quickly to consolidate power. He addresses the Imperial Senate within hours. But first, he makes a statement that broadcasts across every channel in the Empire, every screen, every holo projector. His masked face appears everywhere simultaneously. Citizens of the Empire, Emperor Palpatine is dead, murdered by rebel terrorists who infiltrated the palace during what should have been a moment of triumph. He gave his life defending the empire he built. His sacrifice will not be forgotten. Even as I speak, his murderers are being hunted. But I bring you this message not to spread fear. I bring you certainty. The empire endures. Order will be maintained. Any who seek to exploit this tragedy for personal gain will be dealt with swiftly and without mercy. I claim leadership by right of succession and by right of strength. I am Darth Vader, and the Empire is mine. Return to your lives. Return to your work. The stability you have known will continue. The broadcast ends. Within minutes, the effect is visible. Panicked crowds calm. Rioting stops. The certainty in Vader's voice. The promise of continuity. It gives people something to hold on to. But the Moffs are another matter. They see opportunity, weakness. 3 days after Palpatine's death, Vader addresses the Imperial Senate. His presence on the podium is imposing. The mask, the armor, the respirator. He is fear incarnate. Palpatine is dead, killed by rebel terrorists who infiltrated the palace during the inauguration ceremony. I destroyed them, but not before they completed their mission. The Emperor gave his life for the security of this empire. He will be remembered. Some senators nod, others look skeptical. They've heard rumors, whispers, but Vader continues. I claim the title of Emperor by right of succession and by right of strength. Any who object may challenge me now. Silence, no one moves. Then a Moff from the Outer Rim stands. Lord Vader, you are a warrior, an enforcer, but are you fit to rule, to govern? What experience do you have in administration? In diplomacy? Vader's mask turns toward him. I have spent the last 8 years pacifying sectors through both force and reform. I have eliminated corruption where I found it, improved infrastructure, reduced rebellion through addressing legitimate grievances. Have you done the same in your territory, Moff Tarkin? The man pales. His sector is notoriously corrupt, a haven for exploitation. Vader has him trapped. I thought not. Let me be clear. The old empire ends today. No more terror for terror's sake. No more senseless cruelty. No more waste. The empire will serve the people it governs. It will bring order through competence, not fear. Those who can adapt will thrive. Those who cannot will be replaced. I am offering one chance, one opportunity to prove your worth. Do not squander it. He sweeps his gaze across the chamber. I am not Palpatine. I will not rule from the shadows. I will not tolerate corruption or incompetence, but I will reward loyalty and ability. The choice is yours. The Senate erupts in whispered conversations. Some senators see opportunity, others see threat, but they all see the writing on the wall. Vader has the military. He has popular support in his sectors, and he just killed the most powerful Force user in the galaxy. Resistance is suicide. One by one, they pledge loyalty, but Vader knows it's temporary. Many are lying, biding their time, waiting for weakness to exploit. He returns to the Imperial Palace. Thrawn is waiting in what used to be Palpatine's office. Your first test comes quickly, Moff. How many ships? Approximately 70 Star Destroyers. 300 support vessels. He's based on Kuat, planning to use the shipyards as leverage. And he has financing from the banking clan. They're betting on the old order. Vader nods. This was expected. The old guard wouldn't surrender without a fight. How long until we can mobilize? 48 hours. We have loyal captains throughout the fleet, but many are still deciding. We need to move before Yer Jarod consolidates. Prepare the fleet. Give them 2 days. Let word spread. Make it clear that anyone still with Yer Jarod when we arrive will be treated as a traitor. But why give them time? So when we destroy them, there will be no doubt, no question. Everyone will see what happens to those who choose treason over progress. And those who hesitate will have time to choose the right side. The next 48 hours are a masterclass in psychological warfare. Vader's agents move through the Empire. Moffs considering joining Jar Jared wake to find their families safe, but their security compromised. The message is clear. Others receive evidence of their corruption with promises. Cooperate and prosper. Resist and burn. 3 Moffs defect immediately. 4 more quietly withdraw their support from Jar Jared. The Grand Moff's coalition begins cracking before the first shot is fired. On the morning of the 3rd day, Vader's fleet assembles above Coruscant. 40 Star Destroyers. The Executor leads them. Palpatine's old superstar destroyer. Vader had it refitted, improved. It's now the most powerful warship in the galaxy. Thrawn stands on the bridge. His red eyes glow in the dim lighting. All ships report ready, my lord. Shall we proceed? Vader's mask turns toward the viewport. Toward the stars. Execute. The fleet jumps to hyperspace. They emerge above Kuat to find Jar Jared's force waiting. 70 Star Destroyers in a perfect defensive sphere around the shipyards. Behind them, the massive ring facilities that build the Empire's navy. Jar Jared believes Vader won't risk damaging them, won't sacrifice the Empire's industrial capacity for a political victory. He's wrong. A comm channel opens. Jar Jared's face appears on the view screen. Pompous, confident. This is Grand Moff Jar Jared. Lord Vader, you are in violation of Imperial law. You murdered Emperor Palpatine and seized power illegally. I represent the legitimate government. Surrender immediately, and you will receive a fair trial. Vader steps forward. His respirator fills the bridge. Grand Moff Jar Jared, you have 30 seconds to disperse your fleet and surrender. 30 seconds? Jar Jared laughs. You're outnumbered nearly 2 to 1. What can you possibly accomplish in 30 seconds? Win. Vader signals Thrawn. The Chiss Admiral's fingers fly across his console. Targeting solutions appear instantly. Not for the enemy ships, for the spaces between them. The Executor's heavy turbo lasers fire. Massive energy beams lance through space. They strike asteroids, Thrawn positioned hours ago. Create expanding debris fields. Radiation clouds. The perfect defensive sphere fractures as ships maneuver to avoid the hazards. Within 20 seconds, Jar Jared's formation is chaos. Then the real attack begins. Vader's ships don't engage the whole fleet. Thrawn identified the 12 command vessels directing the defense. The Executor and 5-star destroyers punch through the scattered formation. They concentrate all fire on Jar Jared's flagship. The bombardment is overwhelming. Shields collapse in seconds. Hull breaches erupt across the massive ship. Atmosphere vents into space. But Jar Jared isn't finished. He orders his fleet to converge, surround the Executor, cut it off, and destroy it. It's a sound tactic, but Thrawn anticipated it. As 70 ships move to encircle 6, hyperspace ruptures behind them. 20 more Star Destroyers emerge, the reinforcements Vader held in reserve. Now Jar Jared's fleet is trapped between 2 forces. Divided, surrounded. The battle becomes vicious. Ship-to-ship combat at knife-fighting range. Turbo lasers at maximum power. Torpedoes streaking through the void. Fighters swarm everywhere. TIE against TIE. Brother killing brother. The beauty of Thrawn's plan becomes clear. He's not trying to destroy the enemy fleet. He's breaking it psychologically, isolating command ships, forcing individual captains to make decisions without coordination, and many of those captains are having second thoughts. 3-star destroyers in the Western formation suddenly cease fire. They broadcast surrender codes, then turn their guns on their former allies. Vader's agents succeeded. The defections spread like a virus. 5 more ships, then 7, then 12. Captains who joined Jar Jared out of fear now abandon him out of survival instinct. But while the space battle rages, Vader prepares for the decisive stroke. A strike team assembles in the Executor's hangar. 200 stormtroopers, hand-picked, loyal, led by Vader himself. They board assault transports and drop toward the planet. Toward the command center at the heart of Kuat's shipyard ring. The transports punch through the orbital battle. Weapons fire from both sides. One transport explodes. Another loses power and spins helplessly into Kuat's atmosphere. but Vader's transport makes it through. They land hard in the command center's main courtyard. Blast doors seal behind them. Automated turrets emerge from the walls. Heavy blaster cannons, anti-vehicle weapons. Jar Jar turned his headquarters into a fortress. The stormtroopers scatter. Return fire. But the defenses are withering. 3 troopers fall in the first seconds. 5 more are wounded. Vader walks forward through the storm. Blaster bolts ricochet off his armor. His lightsaber deflects others. He reaches the main blast doors. Solid durasteel, a meter thick. He places both hands against the metal. The force flows through him. The metal groans, warps, then tears apart like paper. Molten edges glow white-hot as he rips a hole large enough to walk through. The stormtroopers pour in. The battle inside is close quarters and brutal. Jar Jar's elite guards are waiting. They're not regular troops. These are his personal force. Fanatically loyal, exceptionally trained. They know surrender means execution, so they fight with suicidal determination. The corridors become kill zones, choke points where every meter is paid for in blood. Vader's troops advance room by room, floor by floor, using superior tactics and numbers. But it's costly. By the time they reach the command center proper, Vader has lost 30 soldiers, wounded another 50. But they've secured the route, cleared the path. The command center doors stand before them. Behind them, Jar Jar and his inner circle make their last stand. Vader doesn't hesitate. He force pushes the doors off their hinges. They fly across the room and crush 2 guards. Inside, Jar Jar stands at a tactical display. His uniform is immaculate, his expression defiant. 24 officers and guards surround him, all armed, all desperate. Lord Vader. Jar Jar's voice is steady despite his position. Or should I say, Emperor, you've made a grave error. The Empire was built on strength, on discipline, on the ability to do whatever is necessary for order. You seek to weaken us with sentiment, with mercy, with compassion. These are weaknesses. They will destroy everything Palpatine created. That's the idea. Vader ignites his lightsaber. The red-orange blade casts dancing shadows. Jar Jar's guards open fire. Vader deflects the bolts with casual precision. His blade moves in economical arcs, sending energy back into the shooters. 3 guards fall before the others realize their mistake. They drop their blasters and draw vibro blades. Rush him in coordinated pairs. These are skilled fighters. They know how to fight Force users, how to overwhelm them with numbers and timing. But Vader isn't a typical Force user. He's been killing Jedi for over a decade. He's faced the best duelists in the galaxy and survived. These guards, skilled as they are, don't stand a chance. His lightsaber flashes. Once, twice, 5 times. Each movement precise, economical, deadly. Guards fall. Some drop their weapons and surrender. Vader doesn't kill them. He force pushes them aside, continues advancing. Within 30 seconds, the only people standing are Jar Jar, Vader, and the stormtroopers at the door. The Grand Moff tries to run, a side exit, an escape route he prepared for exactly this scenario. But Vader reaches out with the Force. Jar Jar lifts off his feet, slams against the wall, held there by invisible power. He struggles, gasps for air. Can't breathe. You had a choice. Vader's voice is cold, emotionless. You could have served the Empire honestly, used your position to help people rather than exploit them. Instead, you chose corruption, greed, and when that corruption was threatened, you chose treason. Please. Jar Jar's voice is barely a whisper. I was only trying to preserve what we built, preserve order. Vader's grip tightens. Your sector has the highest rate of slavery in Imperial space. Child labor in the factories. Starvation wages for workers while you live in luxury. You call that order? I call it exploitation. The Empire doesn't need men like you. The Force crushes Jar Jar's windpipe. His eyes bulge. His face turns purple. Then his body goes limp. Vader releases him. The corpse crumples to the floor. He turns to the surviving officers. They're terrified, pressed against the walls, staring at their dead leader. Who commands this sector now? Silence. No one wants to speak. To draw attention. Finally, a young woman steps forward. Captain Eli Brand. Her uniform is scorched from battle. Blood runs from a gash on her arm. But she stands straight. Meets Vader's masked gaze. "I do, my lord. I was third in command of the defense fleet. What is your assessment of the situation?" Captain Brand takes a breath. Grand Moff Jerjerrod was a tyrant. His economic policies created widespread suffering. The corruption was institutional. Most of his senior officers profited from it. That's why they fought to the end. They knew what they'd done. Will you repeat his mistakes? "No, my lord. I've studied your reforms in other sectors. I understand what you're trying to build. An empire that actually serves its people. That brings order through competence rather than fear. I want to be part of that. If you'll let me." Vader searches her through the Force. Finds sincerity, determination, a genuine desire to serve rather than exploit. She's young, inexperienced, but she has potential. And more importantly, she's untainted by Jerjerrod's corruption. You're promoted to Moff. You have 6 months to reform this sector. End slavery. Investigate corruption. Redistribute seized assets to those who were exploited. I'll send advisors, resources, support, but the work is yours. Prove you're worthy of the position, or you'll join Jerjerrod. Captain Brand salutes. Her hand trembles slightly, but her voice is firm. "I won't fail, my lord. The Battle of Quat ends within hours of Jerjerrod's death. The space battle collapses. Ships surrender en masse. Some captains are arrested and tried. Others are allowed to keep their commands after proving they were coerced. The shipyards are secured intact. Within a week, they're producing vessels for the reformed empire. But the political impact is far greater than the military victory. Lord Vader, or should I say, Emperor, you've made a grave mistake. The empire was built on strength, on fear. You seek to weaken it with compassion, with mercy. You will destroy everything Palpatine created. That's the idea." Vader ignites his lightsaber. The guards open fire. He deflects every bolt, advances slowly through the barrage. His blade cuts through weapons, through armor, through flesh. He doesn't kill unnecessarily. Those who drop their weapons are spared. Those who continue fighting are eliminated. Jerjerrod tries to escape. Vader catches him with the Force, lifts him off the ground. You had a choice. You could have served, could have been part of something greater. Instead, you chose power, chose rebellion. Now you face the consequences. Please, I was only trying to preserve the Empire. No, you were trying to preserve your own authority, your wealth, your corruption. The Empire doesn't need men like you. He crushes Jerjerrod's windpipe, lets the body fall, turns to the surviving officers. Who commands here now? A young captain steps forward, trembling but standing straight. "I do, my lord." "Captain Brand, what is your assessment of this situation?" Moff Jerjerrod was a fool. His corruption made this sector unstable. The rebellion was inevitable. Will you repeat his mistakes? "No, my lord. I serve the Empire. The real Empire. The one that protects people. Good. You're promoted to Moff. Reform this sector. Root out the corrupt. Serve the people. Or you'll join your predecessor." The captain nods. The message spreads throughout the Empire. Vader doesn't just defeat his enemies. He replaces them with better leaders. Competent ones. The choice becomes clear. Adapt or die. Within 3 months, 6 more rebellious Moffs are eliminated. Some through military action, but most through internal coups. Their own officers turn against them when they see the alternative Vader offers. The Empire transforms rapidly, but Vader knows military victory is only the beginning. The real work is reformation, making the Empire actually serve its people. He starts with the most visible changes. Slavery is abolished throughout Imperial space. Not just on paper, actually abolished. Vader personally leads the fleet to Tatooine, the desert world where he was born, where his mother died in chains. The Hutts have ruled here for centuries, growing fat on the suffering of others. Not anymore. The Imperial fleet arrives in force. Jabba the Hutt receives a simple message: free every slave in your territory. Surrender all assets. Leave this world within 24 hours, or die. Jabba, arrogant as always, refuses. Thinks his palace fortress will protect him. Thinks the Empire won't risk the instability of destroying Hutt power. He's wrong. Vader lands with a battalion. They storm the palace methodically, room by room. The guards are thugs and criminals, no match for trained soldiers. Within an hour, Vader stands in Jabba's throne room. The Hutt is trying to escape through a hidden passage. Vader seals it with the Force, then walks up to the crime lord slowly. Jabba blusters, threatens, promises revenge. Vader ignites his lightsaber and drives it through the Hutt's massive body. The creature screams, thrashes, then goes still. The symbol of slavery on Tatooine dies in his own palace. Vader broadcasts the execution across the planet, then makes an announcement. All slaves are free, effective immediately. The moisture farms will be redistributed to those who work them. Imperial credits will fund infrastructure, schools, medical facilities. Tatooine will no longer be forgotten, abandoned. It will be a model for what the Empire can accomplish. The celebration is overwhelming. People pour into the streets, crying, laughing, unable to believe it's real. Vader stands in the desert and watches. Feels nothing, no joy, no satisfaction. Just the knowledge that one wrong has been righted. He does the same across the Outer Rim. On Ryloth, the Twi'leks who were being exploited are freed. The Imperial governors who profited from their suffering are arrested. On Kessel, the spice mines are reformed. Prisoners are reviewed. Those imprisoned for political crimes are released. Actual criminals are given better conditions, fair wages. On Mon Cala, underwater cities damaged in the Clone Wars are finally rebuilt. Imperial funding flows to worlds that need it. Education is expanded. Not propaganda, real education. Critical thinking, history, science. Vader wants an informed population. People who can build the galaxy he envisions. Healthcare becomes accessible even in the poorest sectors. Medical droids, supply shipments, trained personnel. The Empire begins to look less like an occupation force and more like an actual government. But it's not without resistance. Corporate interests that profited from the old system fight back. The Trade Federation remnants try to sabotage shipping lanes. Vader dissolves the organization entirely, seizes their assets, redistributes their trade routes to smaller companies. The banking clan attempts to strangle the reformed sectors economically. Vader nationalizes their holdings in Imperial space. They can keep their operations in neutral territory, but inside the Empire, banking becomes a public service, not a profit engine. Some planets resist the changes. Governors who built their power on the old corruption. Vader gives them one chance. Adapt or step down. Most choose to adapt. A few refuse. They're removed. Sometimes peacefully, sometimes not. The changes ripple outward. Each reformed sector becomes an example. Proof that the Empire can be better. Trade flourishes between reformed worlds. Economic growth accelerates. People who had nothing begin to prosper. And they notice who made it possible. Not Palpatine, not the old Moffs, Vader. The story spread. The Emperor who killed a Hutt, who freed the slaves, who rebuilt the Outer Rim, who actually kept his promises. It's a strange kind of popularity. People don't love Vader. They're still afraid of him. But they respect him, trust him, and that's far more powerful than fear alone. Then comes the rebel question. With Palpatine dead and the Empire reforming, the alliance fractures. Some factions see genuine improvement. They open negotiations. Vader meets with Mon Mothma on Naboo, neutral ground. Both come alone. You've done it. Overthrown the Emperor, reformed the worst sectors, ended slavery. It's more than I thought possible. But you're still a dictator, still ruling through force. The people have no voice. Not yet, but they will. These things take time. The galaxy has known only tyranny or chaos for decades. True democracy requires education, economic stability, security. I'm building the foundation. Then why not step aside? Let the Senate govern? Because the Senate is corrupt. Even now, after I've purged the worst, they scheme for power. They don't care about the people, only themselves. If I step aside, they'll tear the Empire apart fighting over the pieces. Mon Mothma studies him. You really believe you're doing this for the greater good, don't you? Vader is silent for a long moment. His respirator fills the space. I believe I'm doing what's necessary. Whether it's good is for history to decide. I've committed atrocities, murdered innocents, betrayed everything I once stood for. I can never be redeemed, but I can build something that outlasts me. Something worth the price I paid. What about your children? That stops Vader cold. How do you know about them? We've had them under observation for years. Obi-Wan hid them well, but not perfectly. The boy is on Tatooine with his uncle. The girl was adopted by Bail Organa. They're safe, for now. Are you threatening them? No, I'm asking what kind of galaxy you want them to inherit. One ruled by fear, by a dictator, even a benevolent one, or one where they have real freedom. Vader's hands clench. They will inherit an empire that functions. That prevents the kind of chaos that killed their mother. But I won't force them to serve. When they're ready, they'll choose their own path. Mon Mothma nods slowly. Then we have an accord. The Alliance will observe. We'll maintain our independence. But we won't actively fight your regime unless you prove to be just another tyrant. And if I do? The slaves are freed, given resources, land opportunities. Some of them remember a boy named Anakin. a boy who promised to return and free them. They don't connect him to the masked emperor. But Vader knows. He's fulfilled a promise made decades ago. Education is expanded. Schools are built on worlds that never had them. Healthcare is made accessible even in the Outer Rim. Exploitative corporations are brought to heel. The Trade Federation is dissolved. Its assets seized and redistributed. Those who resist are crushed. Vader doesn't negotiate with those who profit from suffering. He simply eliminates them. The changes take years. But slowly the Empire transforms. Worlds that suffered under Palpatine begin to thrive. Trade flourishes. Crime decreases. The Rebel Alliance loses support as fewer people have legitimate grievances. But it's not perfect. Vader's empire is still authoritarian. Free speech is limited. Political dissent is monitored. Opposition leaders who become too vocal disappear. The press is controlled. Propaganda is everywhere. It's a benevolent dictatorship. Emphasis on both words. Then comes the Jedi question. Ahsoka emerges from hiding. She brings the younglings she's been training. Now young adults in their 20s, strong in the Force. They arrive on Coruscant openly, requesting an audience. Vader meets them in what used to be the Jedi Temple. Now it's a memorial, preserved as a reminder of what was lost. Ahsoka walks through the halls where she trained. Her white lightsabers hang from her belt. The younglings follow nervously. They've heard stories of Vader, know what he did here. Master. She doesn't use his name, doesn't call him Emperor, just the old title, Ahsoka. You've done well with them. They're strong, focused, because I taught them what you once taught me. Balance, purpose. She stops in the council chamber, looks at the empty seats. Vader stands beside her. I want to rebuild the Order. Not like it was, but something new. A Force tradition that acknowledges both light and dark, that serves the people without becoming their masters. Will you allow it? What do you ask in return? That my students be left alone, that they can train without fear, that the Force be allowed to exist without persecution. Vader considers, removing his helmet. His scarred face is impassive. I'll do more than allow it. I'll support it. But there are conditions. Your students will answer to me when called. They will help maintain order, fight threats to the Empire. They will not be independent warriors. They will serve. Ahsoka's expression hardens. Like the Jedi served the Republic? Exactly like that. And they'll make the same mistakes. No. Because you'll lead them. You'll teach them to question orders, to think for themselves, to serve the people, not the government. I trust you to do what I couldn't, build something better. It's a strange moment, master and apprentice, discussing philosophy in a place built on old failures. Ahsoka finally nods. One more condition, you train them too. Teach them what you've learned. Both sides of the Force. Show them how to use darkness without being consumed by it. Vader hesitates. That's dangerous. If I teach them the dark side, some will fall. Some will become what I am. If you don't teach them, they'll be ignorant, weak. The dark side exists. Pretending otherwise is what doomed the old Jedi. Acknowledge it, master it, use it when necessary. You've proven it's possible. Now teach them how. The training begins. Vader and Ahsoka become co-teachers of a new Force tradition. Neither Jedi nor Sith. Something balanced. The students learn meditation and compassion from Ahsoka, combat and controlled aggression from Vader. They study both the light and dark sides of the Force, learning when to use each. It's revolutionary and controversial. Many in the Empire fear these new Force users, see them as threats. But Vader makes it clear, they serve the Empire, protect its people. Anyone who harms them will answer to him personally. Then comes the moment Vader has been dreading and anticipating. Obi-Wan Kenobi emerges from hiding. He's been watching from Tatooine, observing the changes, protecting Luke. Now he comes to Coruscant to confront his former apprentice. They meet on Mustafar. Full circle, where everything ended and began. Obi-Wan's hair is gray now. His face is lined, but his blue eyes still burn with that same intensity. Hello there, Master. Don't call me that. You forfeited that right when you murdered children. I know. The silence stretches. The lava flows around them. bubbling, hissing. Then why did you come? Because I've been watching, seeing what you've built, and I don't understand. You reformed the empire, freed slaves, improved lives, but you did it all as a dictator, through force. It's still wrong, is it? How many people suffered under the Republic's incompetence? How many died because the Jedi refused to act? I'm not asking for your forgiveness. I'm asking you to acknowledge reality. Obi-Wan's hand moves to his lightsaber. I can't do that. Can't accept that the ends justify the means. Then we fight. They ignite their blades. Blue against red. Master against apprentice. For the last time. The duel is nothing like their first. Obi-Wan is older, slower, but more refined. Every movement is economical, precise. He spent years meditating, becoming one with the Force. Vader is raw power. Each strike could shatter stone. They fight across the volcanic plains. Their blades crash together with familiar patterns. They know each other too well. Every feint, every counter, it's almost choreographed. Until Vader stops, lowers his blade. I'm not going to kill you. Then you'll die. Obi-Wan's blade swings. Vader catches it with the Force, holds it inches from his chest. I won't give you the easy way out. I won't let you die thinking you were right. Look at the galaxy, Obi-Wan. Look at what I've built. It's not perfect, but it's better than what the Jedi left behind. Better than what Palpatine would have created. I'm the monster you made me, and I'm using that darkness to protect people. Obi-Wan's blade trembles. You think that excuses what you've done? The temple? The younglings? Never. Those crimes are mine to bear. Forever. But they happened. I can't undo them. I can only move forward. The blade deactivates. Obi-Wan drops to his knees. Tears run down his face. I failed you. I should have been a better teacher. A better friend. I should have seen what was happening. Should have helped you. You did your best. The Jedi failed me. The system failed me. But you tried. And that's more than most did. They sit on the edge of a lava flow. Two old warriors, watching the fires. Where does this leave us? I can't forgive you, Anakin. I know, but I don't need your forgiveness. I need you to accept that this is the galaxy we have now. I've built something. It's flawed, but it's stable. And it can be improved. By my children. Your children? They're still alive, hidden, being trained by Ahsoka. One day they'll inherit what I've built, and maybe they'll make it better, make it right. Will you help them? Or will you try to destroy everything because you can't forgive me? Obi-Wan is silent for a long time. Finally, he nods. I'll help them, not for you, but for them, for Padme's memory. For the galaxy they'll inherit, they part, not as friends, but with understanding. 5 years pass. The Empire is transformed, unrecognizable from Palpatine's tyranny. Worlds that once suffered under Imperial oppression now thrive. Trade flourishes. Crime is down. Education and healthcare are accessible, but it's still authoritarian, still ruled by fear of its emperor. Vader knows this. He never removes his mask in public, never shows weakness. The armor is his prison. His reminder. He will never forgive himself, will never find peace, but he can ensure others don't suffer as he did. Then comes the final test. A Sith cult emerges from the unknown regions. They've been hiding for years. Following Palpatine's old teachings, they see Vader as a traitor, a heretic who corrupted the dark side with sentiment. They're led by Darth Ruin, a powerful Sith Lord who was Palpatine's secret apprentice before Vader, trained in isolation, hidden away. He emerges now with an army of cultists, thousands of dark side users, not powerful individually, but dangerous in numbers. They strike at Imperial worlds, not military targets. They attack the places Vader rebuilt, schools, hospitals, infrastructure, trying to prove that his vision is weakness, that only through suffering can true strength emerge. Vader takes a fleet to confront them personally. The trail leads to Korriban, the ancient Sith homeworld, a planet of tombs and temples, where dark side power saturates the very stone. Ruin has made it his stronghold. The fleet arrives to find thousands of cultists waiting. They swarm from the tombs like insects. Dark side energy crackles in the air. Vader's forces engage. The battle is unlike anything they've faced. The cultists fight with fanatical devotion, using suicide tactics, dark side rituals that enhance their strength temporarily. They're willing to die, eager even. They see death in service to the true Sith as glorious. Vader walks through them like a storm. His lightsaber is a blur, red and orange now. The Kyber crystal has been healing slowly over the years, bleeding back toward balance. He doesn't just use the dark side. He channels the light as well. Protective barriers shield his troops. Force healing closes minor wounds. He fights with controlled aggression rather than rage. It's unnatural by Sith standards. An abomination, but devastatingly effective. The cultists fall in droves, but more keep coming. The battle rages across the dead world's surface. Vader's troops establish defensive positions around their landing zone. Heavy weapons cut down cultists by the dozen, but for every 10 that fall, 20 more emerge from the... Vader meets each attack with controlled precision. The dark side fuels his strength, but he doesn't let it control him. Ruin senses this, snarls with disgust. You're not Sith, you're not Jedi, you're nothing. An abomination, perhaps, but I'm the abomination that will kill you. Their blades lock. Ruin's power is immense, maybe even greater than Vader's in raw strength. He's younger, fresher, undamaged by cybernetics, but he fights with emotion alone. Vader fights with purpose, and purpose outlasts passion. Vader breaks the lock, sidesteps Ruin's follow-up, counters with a strike to the knee. Ruin stumbles. Vader presses the advantage. His attacks are relentless now, driving Ruin back through the tomb. They crash through ancient walls, disturb relics that haven't been touched in millennia. Ruin tries to channel the dark side energy saturating Korriban, tries to overwhelm Vader with raw power, but Vader does something unexpected. He channels the light side simultaneously, creates a barrier of balance around himself. The dark side power slides off it harmlessly. Ruin's eyes widen. Impossible. You can't use both. They'll destroy each other. Who told you that? The Jedi? The Sith? They were both wrong. The Force is one. Light and dark are perspectives. Tools to be used, not masters to serve. Blasphemy. Ruin attacks with renewed fury, but he's rattled now. His confidence is shaken. Vader uses that, exploits every opening, every moment of hesitation. The fight takes them to the top of the tomb, overlooking the valley of dead Sith Lords, and drives his blade through Ruin's chest. The Sith Lord gasps, looks down at the blade in shock. You were the greatest threat Palpatine ever feared. Not because you were weak, but because you were something he couldn't understand. Something beyond Sith and Jedi. Ruin slumps. Vader withdraws his blade, lets the body fall among the tombs of ancient Sith. It feels appropriate, but Vader collapses beside it. The battle took everything. His armor is cracked. His systems are failing. He can barely breathe. Internal injuries from Ruin's attacks are catastrophic. He lies among the dead Sith, wondering if this is where his story ends. Then he feels presences approaching. Ahsoka finds him there. She brings medical droids, begins emergency repairs. You stubborn idiot. You should have brought me. Needed to face him alone. Prove the philosophy works. You proved it. Now stop dying. She works frantically. The droids stabilize him. Barely. He's going to need extensive repairs. Weeks of recovery. As they carry him to the ship, two young people arrive to see him. A boy and a girl, early 20s, powerful in the Force. He knows them immediately, feels the connection in his blood. Luke and Leia, hidden by Obi-Wan and Bail Organa, trained by Ahsoka in secret. They don't know who he is, just that he's the Emperor who reformed the galaxy, that he killed the Sith cult threatening their home. They're here to thank him. Luke is earnest, idealistic. He speaks of wanting to help people, to bring real freedom to the galaxy. Leia is sharp, political. She questions Vader's methods, challenges his authoritarianism, points out the flaws in his empire. Vader listens behind his mask. sees Padme in their faces, her compassion in Luke, her fire in Leia. They are his legacy, his hope, his redemption. Not through their forgiveness, but through their potential. He doesn't tell them the truth. Not yet, maybe never. Instead, he speaks carefully. The Empire is flawed. I know this. I've built it quickly, out of necessity, but it can be improved, made better. I'm looking for people who can do that. People with vision, with compassion. Would you be interested in serving? In what capacity? Leia asks suspiciously. Learning, observing, preparing to lead. One day, this empire will need new leadership. Younger, unburdened by the sins of my generation. You could be part of that. Luke is excited. Leia is skeptical, but they both agree to consider it. As they leave, Vader turns to Ahsoka. They're remarkable. Like their mother. You're going to tell them eventually? When they're ready. When they can understand why I did what I did. When they're strong enough to choose for themselves whether to forgive me. And if they choose not to, then I'll have earned that too. Vader recovers over the following months. The repairs are extensive. New limbs, new systems, better armor. He emerges stronger than before, but also aware of his mortality. He's not invincible. One day someone will kill him. That's acceptable, as long as he's built something that outlasts him. Luke and Leia begin training under his direction. He doesn't teach them personally at first. Ahsoka and other instructors handle their education. But he watches, evaluates, waits for the right moment. The twins are powerful, incredibly so. Luke has raw strength in the Force that rivals Vader's own. Natural talent that manifests in bursts of incredible ability. He can move objects he shouldn't be able to, sense things across vast distances. His connection to the living Force is profound. Leia is more controlled. Her power is in precision, in reading people, in sensing motivations and lies. She could be the greatest diplomat in galactic history, or the most effective ruler. Both need guidance. After 6 months of basic training, Vader decides they're ready. He begins teaching them personally. Private sessions in a training room deep in the Imperial Palace. The first lesson is simple: control. Luke and Leia stand before him, both in training clothes, both nervous but hiding it. You've learned the basics from Ahsoka, forms, techniques, Force powers, but you don't understand what you're doing. You're wielding power without comprehending it. Today that changes. He activates a training remote. It hovers between them, firing low power bolts. The twins ignite their practice sabers, blue and green blades. They deflect the bolts easily. Their forms are good, solid fundamentals. But there's no deeper understanding. They're reacting, not predicting. Stop. They lower their blades. Vader deactivates the remote. You're fighting with your eyes, with your reflexes. That's not enough. Close your eyes, both. The twins exchange glances, then comply. The remote activates again, fires. Luke deflects the first bolt by instinct, misses the second, takes it in the shoulder, yelps. Leia does better. Deflects 3 before missing. Use the Force. I am using it. No, you're using your training, your muscle memory. That's not the Force. The Force is connection to everything. The remote, the air, the energy of the bolts themselves. Feel them before they fire. Know where they'll go before they leave the weapon. The lesson continues for an hour. By the end, both twins are exhausted, sweating, frustrated, but improving. Luke manages to deflect 5 bolts blind. Leia manages 7. It's progress. Small but meaningful. Over the following months, Vader pushes them harder. Not just in combat, in philosophy, in understanding. One day he takes them to the old Jedi temple, now a memorial. They walk through the halls where younglings once trained, where masters meditated, where Anakin himself learned. Luke looks around with wonder, Leia with sadness. This is where it ended. Vader's voice echoes in the empty halls, where the Jedi fell, but also where they failed. The twins listen, uncertain where this is going. The Jedi preached balance but denied half the Force. They spoke of peace but served a corrupt government. They trained you to suppress emotion rather than master it. That's why they fell, because their philosophy was incomplete. Then what should we believe? Vader stops in the council chamber, looks at the empty seats. Believe in purpose. The Force is a tool. Light and dark are aspects of it. You don't choose one and reject the other. You use both. When you need to protect, you draw on the light. When you need to act decisively, you draw on the dark. The key is balance, not in equal measure, but in appropriate application. Leia frowns. That sounds dangerously close to justifying anything. The dark side corrupts. I've seen it. It can corrupt. If you let it control you, if you use it for selfish purposes, rage, hatred, greed, those are corrupting. But determination, focused aggression to protect others, that's not corruption. That's strength. Luke shakes his head. How do you know the difference? How do you know when you've crossed the line? Vader is silent for a long moment. His respirator fills the space. You don't. Not always. That's why you need absolute clarity of purpose. You must always know why you're acting, what you're trying to accomplish. The moment you lose that, the moment it becomes about you rather than what you're protecting, you've fallen. He turns to face them. I fell because I made it about me, about saving someone I loved, about proving I was strong enough. Those are selfish motivations, and they led me to commit atrocities. But when I rebuilt the Empire, I did it for billions of people I'll never meet. That's the difference. The twins absorb this. Processing. Luke speaks first. You're asking us to walk a line that destroyed you, to use power you couldn't control. Yes, because you're stronger than I was, more balanced. You have each other. I had no one. Together you can do what I couldn't. Actually bring peace. The training intensifies. Vader teaches them techniques no Jedi would approve of. Force lightning, but controlled, precise. Not to kill, but to disable. To stop threats without destroying them. Sith alchemy. The ability to enhance objects, make them stronger, more durable. It can be used to create weapons, or to build infrastructure that lasts millennia. Dark side meditation. To understand anger without being controlled by it. To acknowledge fear without letting it dictate actions. But he also teaches them light side techniques the Jedi abandoned. Battle meditation. The ability to inspire and, to his private chamber, removes his mask, shows them his scarred face, and tells them the truth. I am your father. The revelation shatters them. Leia attacks immediately, rage and betrayal overwhelming her. Luke stands frozen, unable to process. Vader doesn't defend himself, doesn't fight back. Lets her strike him, lets her scream, lets her express everything she's feeling. When she's exhausted, he speaks quietly. I killed your mother, not directly, but my actions led to her death. I killed the Jedi, I served a tyrant. I committed atrocities across the galaxy. Everything you've heard about Darth Vader is true. I am a monster, but I'm trying to build something. Something worth the price I paid. Something worth the crimes I committed. I'm asking you to help me, not to forgive me, but to take what I've built and make it better. Make it right. Luke is crying. Leia is shaking with suppressed rage. Vader waits, lets them choose. Finally, Luke speaks. Show us. Show us what you're building, what you want us to do, and we'll decide if it's worth staying. That's all I ask. The years that follow are tense. Luke and Leia work within the Empire but maintain their distance. They learn, they observe, they challenge Vader's decisions, propose alternatives. Slowly, they begin to shape the Empire's future. Luke pushes for more freedoms. Leia reforms the Senate, gives representatives actual power. Vader allows it, knowing his children will improve what he started. The Empire continues to evolve. 10 years after Palpatine's death, it's barely recognizable. Democratic processes are being reintroduced. Local governments have real autonomy. The military serves people rather than oppressing them. It's not perfect, but it's progress. And Vader knows his time is ending. The cybernetics are failing. His body is giving out. He has maybe 5 years left, maybe less. But Luke and Leia are ready. They've grown into leaders, capable, compassionate, strong. One night, Vader stands on a balcony overlooking Coruscant. The city glitters with billions of lights. Ahsoka joins him. You did it. Reformed the Empire. Trained your children. Built something that will outlast you. At what cost? Everything. Your soul, your peace, your relationships. Was it worth it? Vader is silent for a long moment. His respirator fills the space. Then he nods slowly. Yes, millions live who would have died. Billions have hope. The galaxy has a chance. I can never be redeemed. But maybe I've earned the right to rest. That's all I wanted. Ahsoka takes his hand. Her eyes are wet. You're still such an idiot. But you're my idiot. The Empire is transformed. No longer Palpatine's weapon. No longer Vader's necessary dictatorship. Now it's becoming something new. A government transitioning toward democracy. Toward freedom. It's imperfect. Still authoritarian in places. Still struggling with corruption. But it's trying. That's more than the Republic ever did. Vader rules until he physically can't anymore. Then he steps aside. Officially abdicates in favor of a ruling council led by Luke and Leia. His last act as Emperor is to pardon all political prisoners. To dissolve the secret police. To guarantee freedom of speech. He removes his armor for the last time. Lies in a medical bed. His children beside him. Ahsoka holding his hand. I'm sorry. For everything, I know. Do you forgive me? Leia hesitates. Then nods slowly. I'm trying to. Luke squeezes his father's hand. You gave us a galaxy worth saving. That's enough. Vader's eyes close. The respirator slows, then stops. Anakin Skywalker dies as he lived. Broken, scarred, unforgivable, but having done something that mattered. The Chosen One brought balance. Not by destroying the Sith, not by rebuilding the Jedi, but by creating something new. Something that could only exist because he walked through both light and shadow. And suffered for it. That's our theory. The Star Wars universe is a galaxy filled with exciting stories and possibilities, and we love exploring them. If you want to accompany us on this journey to a galaxy far, far away, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.